your glass bottle, make you scan the QR code where they for Coke poster. Come put the code where they under the white crown, or carry your plastic bottle, make you scan the QR code where they for the label. Come put the code where they under the white cap to win prizes instant. Fanta, Sprite and Schweppes serve no carry last for the bottle. FCCPC and NLRC don't approve. Terms and conditions they share.
This message is brought to you by Mike Frost at Lagos Traffic Radio and 6.1 FM.
Obey the rules and regulations of the road for your own safety. Know the drive like say you get extra life for house. If you go, you don't go be that. And people know for see you again be that. Why you dey follow one way when you day on call and you know say you don't drink beer before? Save your life, take a easy. Obey traffic laws. Know the rules, follow the rules. Ain't the rules to protect you. Know the rules, follow the rules. The rules to protect you. You better make you late than make you late. Life no get back to. If you drink, don't drive. If you must drive, don't drink. Save your life, take 'em easy. Obey traffic laws.
You're listening to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Leaving the moment, tomorrow belongs to God. Nothing can break me, nothing can bend me, nothing can bring me down. May love what you hate, we all deserve a chance. La 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 la. I don't go where no love, where my home. Caraibo, down Soweto, long, long way. La 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 la, la la la.
Show me love. I work hard. My brother man, I work hard. Just to chill. I live a life that's surreal. Every time I cool up my temper, somebody wanna enter. It's not so serious. Yeah, you know I try to forget, get a hold of my head. I live a life so free. Yeah. I don't know if I need it, but I know I'ma take it up. Check yourself, you can have it all over. Vanity, you can have it. I don't see different kind of love, so I know if it's real enough. Yeah, 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 yeah.
the Oba of Lagos. He's 81 today. Happy birthday to you, sir. Many, many happy returns. May you continue to live in good health and in comfort. Also have Uluwa Darasimi Akonle, who is 15 today. Darasimi is daughter to Stataya Akonle, General Manager, Lagos Traffic Radio. Also have Mrs. Uluwatoyin Olakiton Uluwole, who is 62 today. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. Many happy returns. Ihanacho Osu, a seasoned journalist and editor of the Sun newspaper, is also celebrating today. Happy birthday to you. Architect Adebayo Dipe, a retired permanent secretary with the Lagos State Government, is also celebrating today. We're wishing you many happy returns. And Sunday Alerebo, aka Atuma, who resides in Brisbane, Australia, is celebrating as well. Many happy returns to you. Mrs. Olaomi Grace Olubumi, Director, Discipline and Exit Directorate, Civil Service Commission, is also celebrating today. Wishing you many happy returns. Evangelists Ademola Agbeni is also celebrating. Wishing you happy birthday and many happy returns also. Engineer Arolu Kazim, Head ICT, Lagos State Cooperative College, Laskoko, is also on the list. Many happy returns and happy birthday to you. Bodi Ibiwoye Folashade is also celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Alhaja Khadija Abosede Ashake Jimo is also on our list today. We wish you a happy birthday as well. Chief Olajide Abdul Rashid Afolayo, CEO, O1 Enterprises, is also celebrating. Many happy returns to you. Wahid Salami, Admin and Human Resource Staff with the Lagos State Government, is also celebrating. Wishing you many happy returns. And also Toi Badmus of News and Current Affairs Department is also celebrating. Many happy returns to you, and to every other person celebrating out there, wishing you happy birthday.
I feel like for
David Wood.
traffic for 3 hours? Would you like to navigate through the rush hour with ease? Let us get you to your destination with the latest traffic update, well spiced up with some great music. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Traffic news round the clock.
Are you looking for a safety-oriented driving school where you can learn how to drive or refresh your skills? Do you want to improve your driving skills to meet global best standards? Then look no further. Carl Phelps Driving School is the place to be. At Carl Phelps Driving School, we provide comprehensive driving training and retraining for employee drivers or sales teams in a safe and conducive environment with our state-of-the-art facilities in compliance with global best standards. We are fully accredited by the Federal Road Safety, Vehicle Inspection Service and Lagos State Drivers Institute. We also provide driver assessment and profiling services in case of employment. Visit us at any of our 3 centers: Banex Mall, adjacent Lekki Phase 1 Gate, Oniru, Lekki, or Starlink Building, 8-10, Salamotsu Eniola Street, Ilasanaja, and Alpha Mart Complex, 172 Magboro Road, Magboro. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0909 111 5738. Carl Phelps Driving School. Safe drivers, safer roads.
One time for the fearless people, 2 times for the fearless people. You know, say me, get energy, get energy, get energy. Yawa no day, yawa no day. You know, say me, I take can't pay. With fearless energy drink, I conquer. Fearless energy drink, fearless energy drink. I dare fearless, embrace the trees, classic and red berry.
That's right. Embrace the thrill. Feel the power of Fearless Energy Drink. Now available in 50cl can.
Now our city be this, where we dey hustle and bustle, day in, day out. We sleep and wake up to a rhythm. Now where we dey enter our daily grind. And when hunger hits, now Gala sausage roll at the chop. Gala sausage roll, filled with beef. Gala sausage roll, feel your hustle. This is our city.
àǹfààní ńlá míì láti darapọ̀ mọ́ iléeṣẹ́ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ló tún wọlé dé wẹ́rẹ́ yìí o. bó o bá jọmọ bíbí ìlú èkó tọjọ́ orí ẹ̀ ṣì wà láàrin ọdún 18 sí ọdún 26 àsìkò rèé fún yín láti jẹ́ ìpè ilẹ̀ àwọn baba ńlá yín ìyẹn bí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ èkó Babájídé Sanwó-Olú ṣe ń ké pe gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ yìí pé ká ẹ wá jàǹfààní ètò ìgbanisíṣẹ́ ológun ìyẹn 88RRI láti gba àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ ọwọ́ síṣẹ́ ológun. gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ tó bá ní ó kéré tán pass mẹ́rin nínú ìdánwò WAEC àti NECO tí wọ́n jókòó ṣe láì ju ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì lọ tàbí ẹ ní ìwé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ ọwọ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín lẹ pegedé láti wá gbàrú iṣẹ́ ológun yìí. torí ìdí èyí ọ̀dọ́ yòówù tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àti gbàṣẹ́ ológun náà lè lọ ṣètò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ yín lórí ìkànnì ayélujára recruitment.army.mil.ng. ẹ sì lè wá sọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ èkó kí wọ́n lè ṣèrànwọ́ fún yín láti bá yín ṣètò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ ọ̀hún. ẹ rí i pé ẹ mú ẹ̀dà ìwé ìforúkọsílẹ̀ tẹ̀ ṣe wá sọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ èkó ní block 1 cabinet office secretariat aláùsá ìkẹjà. ẹ má gbàgbé o ọjọ́ kẹjọ oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2024 yìí ní ìkànnì ayélujára tẹ́ ẹ ti lè ṣètò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ yóò pàjúdé. fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ kàn sọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ èkó lórí àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 08033442421 09160041000 09160042000. bí ètò ààbò ṣe rí ni yóò fi agbára àlàáfíà àti ìbùkún àwọn èèyàn orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún hàn. torí náà ẹ ṣe kọ́kọ́ lọ lu àǹfààní yìí darapọ̀ mọ́ iléeṣẹ́ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè nàìjíríà. ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni o. olùkéde bímbọ́lá sálùndéyìn akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ èkó.
Without the roads, there won't be vehicles. Without the roads, there won't be the streetlights. Without the roads, there won't be the need for traffic lights. Without the roads, there won't be any need for the LATMA officials. Without you, there won't be the roads. Without you, there won't be us. Therefore, Observe the rules of driving. A message from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Then welcome back to Your Side Mirror on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Today we're talking or discussing something very, very important. It affects just about everybody on the face of the earth. We're talking an aspect of mental health, which includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It also affects how we think, how we feel and act. It helps us determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and also make healthy choices. It is very, very important at every stage of life, from childhood to adolescence to adulthood. But we'll get into all of that. Today I have Oluwatomishi Oladapo Kuku. As she loves to call her name. How are you? Good morning.
Well, okay. I'm well. As of this moment, I'm well. If you had asked this question maybe 2 days ago, it would have been different. But as of this moment, I am well. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I don't get used to it. Yes, you're interviewing me. Get used to it. Okay?
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to get used to it.
I know, right?
I am trying to get used to it.
Yeah.
Now, I was going through an analysis or statistics where it said, I think this probably was in 2019, where it said about 720,000 people die by suicide every year. And for each suicide, there are an estimated 20 suicide attempts.
25. Well, in the UK,
yes,
it's
25%. Wow, to one.
Okay. Yeah, and it's mostly men.
Muslim men.
And in Nigeria, for every successful suicide, by a woman.
By a woman, okay.
For every successful suicide by a woman, 4 men
are attempting.
No.
Have done it.
Yes. That's how sad it is.
I will believe you because I think in the last 1 year we have had cases like that was reported. So I don't know. There are others that probably were not reported.
Oh, it is grossly underreported.
Exactly.
And if
it's not in a public space,
even if it's you hear things like, and I'm very weary these days when I hear after a brief illness.
Yeah. Okay.
You get it.
Yes.
You get it. After a brief illness, because we still live in a majorly silent culture. Okay. It's an emerging silent culture. We're emerging speaking. But the question then is, as much as we're speaking, are we truly understanding?
Okay.
Are we truly understanding the difference between mental health awareness and mental ill health? Because if you ask an average Nigerian, what does mental health mean to you? The first thing is you're thinking you're going to the neuropsychiatric hospital,
yes,
or that there's some, okay, permit this word, people, there's some craze going on there. But that is not what mental health is.
Yes,
and
it's not.
What I think we should be doing as broadcasters is media people trying to educate and create awareness is to help people truly understand the language that surrounds mental health.
Okay.
And because what it is, all of us are working towards managing our mental health.
Yes.
And what is that? It's like you said earlier in the intro, and what that is how you are able to navigate your daily stressors, your emotional, your psychosocial, your financial, how you're able to manage it despite. All right. Of course, there's some people who are more resilient than others, and the parameters for resiliency is as wide as the world, because the different maps from which we're all thinking and seeing things. So a person, for example, who grew up with such I'm running away from the term trauma. Then again, we
use the word.
Yeah, no. The reason I'm running away from trauma is because we think the big things are trauma.
No, it's like an accumulation of those little things.
Little things, we think that,
Yes.
the big one, sexual abuse, and or verbal abuse or violence, but we have things like you go ask for your parents for something, and they say, I don't have, leave it alone.
Yes.
And then you shut down, or you ask a question and you shut down, and that begins to pile up until then you become an adult, and
Yes.
then somewhere it bleeds out. Yeah, I hope with this little
Points of yours.
I'll be able to convince you,
us.
and not confuse you, that mental health is different to mental health.
Yes. Now, I also read that suicide is something that can occur at any stage of life. Usually between, I think there was a 2019 statistics that between 15 and 29-year-olds globally, you have about a 73% of suicides happening.
True.
Usually between low and middle income countries.
Yeah.
This is 2021. This is 2021. This was in 2021. Now, I know also that has increased.
Of course. And it's not only, it has no class anymore.
It doesn't. It
has no class anymore, because we're beginning to see young adults and teenagers say that their parents have removed their obstacles so much that so there's no sense of resilience. Right, and then they throw them. I actually did interview someone on my podcast, and he was 22, and he said the first time he went to the market and he asked for the price of rice, he was embarrassed, and it was literally livid, towards his parents. There was this, like, you can't shield us forever, because if you don't give us tools, when you then release us to the world will now start saying that these children are smart, and how we say these things, but then it starts from the home. When you have removed all obstacles from these children, I hate the word these children, because then we put a dichotomy, but for the purpose of this conversation, when we removed all obstacles, then a child grows up, be it male, female, they grow up thinking that you're going to be there all the time. Yes, you should be there all the time, but not to remove the obstacles, but give them tools to jump over the hurdles when they do come. Yeah,
that's one of the issues with, a lot of parents, our parents and us, were like, okay, our parents don't want us to go through the suffering, quote unquote, they went through.
I feel you.
Now, and we are saying, okay, I don't want my children to go through the things that I went through, forgetting that the things we went through are some of those things that helped shaping us, good or bad, depending on your perspective and how you want to handle it, good or bad. Those things you have said, as according to you, they have helped in a way for us to help us become who we are.
Careful with that, Dick.
We are. I know you are
I'm careful with that. You know why? Because if I've heard people say that if you didn't kill me, it can kill you. That is trauma speaking.
True.
And you're not being traumatized, right? Because when people come to my coaching table now and they ask me questions, or they bring their teenagers, and I only ask one question all the time, and 98% of the time it becomes very reflective. And then I ask a question: when you were 16, and your dad or your mom did what you're doing to your child to you, did you like it? The answer is almost often no.
No.
How would you have preferred your parents to have handled it? And then I go, okay, can you then handle it that way with your child? And then the dynamic begins to change. All right, but I hear people, no, me too, I drank Gary, you must drink that. And, like, if you give me shower now, I will throw it at you. Like, my brothers and I will throw shower at you, because the 1993 very much is what is going on right now. And 1992, 1993, 1994, when we had the Abacha thing, and all my mother could afford and my parents could afford was shower. So we had shower with soup. You know, you give me heck now, I'm going to throw it at you. You know, now that's trauma, not because, you know, unfortunately, my children don't like fish. So that saves me navigating that. But what I'm saying now is that for children who, and I know people don't like the word boarding school or sending, or, you know, and all of that, and that's fair. That's okay. I can't, you know. But there has to be. We have to be able to anchor them and empower them and trust that whatever it is that we have empowered them with, they would work with it. But most importantly, let your child know that no matter how much they fail, home is home. Home is safe.
So why do you think we have this, according to the statistics we analyzed earlier, why do you think we have that increase in the number of men who attempt and probably carry out the suicidal act?
Okay, so I don't think it's just that it's now in public space, but I don't think it's ever been different. And I'll tell you why. The societal expectations that we put on men. I know. Please forgive me. I know that patriarchy had messed up with, you know, the dynamics, social dynamics, and all of that. I understand that. And then, of course, feminism is pushing back at that. And I understand that. I give everybody their flowers. You know, but can we just look at this? I personally believe that when a man is whole, a woman will fight less. The children will fight. And studies say, this is, you know, in psychiatry and science and all of that. Studies say that the most adjusted humans on earth, children on earth, are the ones who see their fathers the way they treated the mother with love, with understanding. And so why would not then giving tools to the men to be men so that we can have a better society? Now, going back to your question, we have adages like you know, we have those kind of adages and mostly, yes, women, I'm not saying women don't mess up in relationships, but mostly when a man does not meet up to what we think he should up to, like financially providing, protecting and all that, it is these kind of adages. They said, okay, I would rather not be here to face the shame than be here to face the shame and work it out. So what, again, one Yoruba person is going to come and say, that's not what it meant. Yes, I'm sure it meant to speak to integrity, but then we have human evolution and things have become easier in life. So when we say things like that, we're actually saying that it is better for you to find a way out than to walk through the process to get to the other side of victory. Right? So when a man now feels like he's not working enough to get to the other side of victory, and I'm going to stay clear from the mental health and, you know, a diagnosis bit, because there's also people who are truly mentally ill, you know, who are battling, one of which is me, who are battling and trying to navigate, and I understand how dark it can get. I know how dark it can get. And I'm glad that, you know, you asked that question so that people don't think that I'm speaking over their heads. Even when I was here, Dele, there were times that you would pick my pen, anybody would pick my pen, and I would lose it. It is just a pen. Or I'm sitting here and you mess up the music I have. I would lose it, right? I'm like, why? Because I'm a process person, and I just felt like something that, you know, it was a disease. I'm trying. Okay, forgive me. Disease, a condition. Yes. And condition I was trying to, like, and even when I was diagnosed while here, I was diagnosed in 2015 with bipolar affective disorder. The only thing that gave me some form of a semblance of control and fed my manic was radio. So you don't come and mess it up. I will mess it up. You know, I'll lose it. You know, so don't think that I don't understand that there is a disease, you know, aspects to this, but there's also the everyday one, where, you know, it's just to address the daily stress or give tools to address the overwhelming things that would come. You know, it is there. It is there. And if we give tools to ourselves and give tools to ourselves on how to manage those daily stressors, then it becomes better. And then men will then have permission to feel. I give you permission to feel today, man. Yeah. So
I saw a video of a 6-year-old boy who said he's tired of this life. 6-year-old boy. Now, when asked, why are you tired of this life? And the boy said, because his mom beats him all the time. So I was wondering, we were beaten all the time with every kind of instrument or material.
Cane. Instruments.
Yes. Instruments. You know, it's the word. That's the only word I can think about. But we're still here. Now, if me, who went through that, would I, as you asked the question, would I want to beat my child with instruments? The answer is no for me. So I now imagined what that 6-year-old boy was going through at home. So imagine that 6-year-old boy having the grace to grow into a 17-year-old young man. And with the current statistics that we have, that we're looking at right now, that kind of boy, or when he grows into a young man, a teenager, and is able to navigate his way, probably struggling through a mental condition of some sort that the parents have not decided to find out about, grows into a 29-year-old man who's probably thinking about getting married and settling down.
Seeking validation.
And still seeking validation. So this brings me to what you are targeted, or why you're targeting the man.
Before we get to that, see, that 6-year-old is more, and the teenagers, and because of the statistics that you quoted, they're more exposed now. I know people say don't put your children on the internet. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the world they live in, and they see these things, and they see that what is going on in their homes, whether the video that was shared about a loving family is true or not.
Yes,
they know that it could be better. It could be better. So why am I not having this? And then that begins to spiral into, how do I get this thing that my my family isn't giving to me? My son is going to kill me for this, but I'm going to say it all the same. When he was 5, he had a quantitative aptitude test, homework. You all know, mathematically challenged. Daddy was not at home, and Daddy was not at home, and I was the one that was going to sit down and do homework with him. with him. And I'm like, don't you know that? So they have explained it to me, and I'm getting worked up. And it's like, I don't understand it. I said, how can you not understand it? They've thought you were in school. You're wasting my school fees. That's the way I was raised. You're wasting my school fees. And then they didn't believe it or not, I started to, I was not beating him with the belts. I was beating him like, my mate, and he was screaming. 30 minutes later, after that, we have an open door policy in my house. So he could come ask me to say, okay, mommy, how are you? I said, I'm fine. I'm still angry. He goes, your body is burning you, Abby. I'm like, yeah. And my body is pulling me too. I'm like, okay, where's the scoring? He said, because I don't know why you beat me.
Wow. Wow.
And if I don't know why you beat me, how am I going to get better? And I'm like, okay. But you know, we could have talked shower. And then he walked off.
Wow.
That was the last day.
Wow.
That's the last day I touched my children. And I know people ask, is it possible to raise children? Yes, it is possible.
It is possible.
And then after, and the realization didn't come to me until about when he was 10, why I did that. Why I did that was I was projecting my own pain of not understanding quantitative analysis to him.
To him. Wow.
And I was punishing
couldn't tell him.
I couldn't tell him. And I was punishing him for my inadequacy. I was punishing him for my failure. And if we all sit down and look at our parents, sit down with a story of why your mommy beat you, she probably was beaten that way and she didn't even understand that.
Yeah.
All right. So now going to where I'm focusing on men. I'm focusing on men because of people like Jola, my son, my brothers, and my father.
Okay.
Who's dead, by the way. But I believe that if my father had the tools and knowledge that I have now, he would have been a better father. I took permission from my brothers before I would share this. And towards the end of his life, because I needed to understand where I got bipolar affective disorder from, because it's genetic, it's hereditary. I got him, and my mom was already dead. So I got him a psychiatrist. Of course, you know, the diagnosis came out, and he was, and then there was some personality disorder. My father was the death of love and the opposite. So if you met my father, you would love him because he was such a warm person. But there was the other side of him that we wish, you know. So my brother side will say that you had to have lived in our house to understand how we can love deeply and also understand how we can stay away from things that will bring hate. So yes, that's the reason, because I believe, again, like I said earlier, if we give men the tools to be able to identify appropriately and engage with their emotion and give them the right and permission to feel, we will have a safer society. We will have a safer family. And once we have a safer family, the society is better.
So your side mirror on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're discussing mental health and a fight for life. And we have Oluwatomishi Oladapo Koko here in the studio. We still have good movement on the roads right now. Let's see. Well, control room would like you to please help send in some more reports here, please. Thank you so much. And okay, we'll have I think a message here from Olu Aluko. Says, good morning, dear Traffic Radio family. Thanks for our guest, lovely darling Kuku. She's always a delight as ever. On today's discuss, I believe if and when we make empathy our lifestyle, all these issues would have been resolved. Do unto others exactly what you want done to you. If anyone approaches you for help or assistance, there's a way to respond. And the beggar won't feel bad to the extent of contemplating suicide. We're all going through one issue or another in life, but I tell you, there's always a better way to react or handle situations. God bless you richly, Traffic Radio family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oluwaluko.
Yes.
And I want to respond to that. If I wish he had called, because I would have wanted to ask what he understood by empathy, because we understand empathy to be working in other person's shoes. I put it to you, it's not. Because, you know, I said it somewhere very recently. I don't know what size you wear. You probably wear size 43. No, you wear size 42. You wear size 42, I think. I wear size 13.
Okay.
And if you put your leg in mine, she can't size you.
It can't, I know.
Right. So, while empathy is understanding the feeling of the other person, or trying to sit in the other person's head to understand what they're going through. However, the most important part of empathy is the wisdom of the person who is helping, to allow the person going through to lead them how they want to be healed.
True.
Right? Because it's easy for us to say that we're being empathetic and then we start throwing solutions. No, because your solution, even if you went through the same experiences, the same event, the same traumatic event, the way you would respond is going to be different. The way you would want to heal is going to be different. Why? Because of your map. Your story of origin is different to mine. And I'm going to be a little bit graphic here. Pardon me. Imagine even it was sexual molestation. You and I had the same sexual molestation, at the same time. Then the way you will respond is different than the way I will respond, or to the way I will respond.
Of course.
Because my inner wisdom is different to yours.
Yes.
Right, so you can come up faster than I would. So that is why I do not subscribe to snap out of it, let it go. No, because you don't know how how her parents or how his parents raised him.
Yeah.
But if you're empathetic enough and quiet enough to listen to his story, it will be easier to lead him to or her to healing. And that is what a fight for life is. You know, to give tools. So yeah, you'll be able to identify those emotions and engage them and not run away from it. Yes, don't run away from them.
So let's begin to talk about Fight for Life.
Yes,
you've talked about, you said November is Movember in some parts of Europe, which is to bring awareness to men's health and mental health with focus on suicide prevention. So what is
Movember? Movember is a movement in Europe. From the 1st of November to the end of November, brave men grow mustaches. Not all men love mustaches, you know. So all through the month of November, they grow their mustache to bring awareness to men's health. One is prostate health, but the most is suicide prevention awareness. And when I started talking about whether we should have this and when I was going to have this conference, I thought November will be the best time to have it, so that we can wrap up and probably also introduce the campaign, the awareness of November to Nigerian men, where we will be able to now say that every November, Mindful Miche will bring men together and we'll have conversations, we'll give a place for you to be. You're going, trust me, you're going to have fun. There's going to be a PS there. There's going to be a PS there to play with. There's tools to play. A psychiatrist is coming to speak. A coach is coming to speak. And some survivors who have, some suicide survivors also are coming to have conversations with us. We have life coach also, who is a survivor, and we're all going to have this conversation. It's just a place for you to come diverse and be, all right? And again, my son is the reason, you know, we're having a conversation. Again, nothing against feminism, but we're having a conversation. He just came back from school, and then he was talking about something happened in school. A girl was pushing at a boy, and she was truly being offensive. And then everybody started shouting, "I get not touch him," and that just upset my son. So I'm like, okay, why did that upset you? And it's like, mommy, everybody is giving the girl a tool and teaching the girl how to fight. Wait for this. Are you ready? Who is teaching us how not to start the war? He didn't say how not to fight. He said how not to start the war. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean, baby? Said, no, every man can fight now. You're raised to, you know, but there's a war that doesn't have to be started.
True.
You know, so I'm like, even me, I'm not teaching, I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying thing that nobody's teaching us how not to start the war. And what that meant to me, how I interpreted that was, you know what? From a young age, men have been told to be strong, to be tough, to chest it, to blood it, and all of those things. And then we have repressed emotions. And then they now bleed on the loved ones. Because the moment, especially in relationships with significant others, the moment your significant other begin to, and not because they know, maybe it's just from their own mouth, that's the way they talk in their own home, begins to speak to that repressed emotion, we begin to act out. Because what goes on in the head of a man who thinks that's the sign of his masculinity is to take advantage of the child's innocence. What goes on in the man's mind, what unresolved grief is there, that he thinks that to exert masculinity, to stamp his masculinity, is to be aggressive towards his fellow man. And also other people. What is going on? So we need to stem that and help men understand that their emotions matter, their feelings matter. And yes, I'm a woman champion in this because I'm an only girl. I grew up in the midst of boys. And of course, my father, like I said, and I know I've seen my brothers evolve. My brothers have a choice to be like my dad, but I've seen them evolve. You know, and I know that it is workable. Yeah,
fantastic. So for this retreat, it's a one-day retreat.
Yes, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yes.
So when, where, how? Is it by registration, or are we collecting offering?
All right. Yes, it's on the 23rd of November. I wanted it to be the 30th, which was the last Saturday, but somehow, somewhere that didn't work. But the 23rd of November, 2024, at the Rembrandt Hotel in Ikeja. It is ticketed, all right? And of course, my radio traffic radio is my family. You can get special treatment. It is ticketed, and of course, it does need for you to register so that we can. Because I don't want a situation where we want to treat you like kings, so you want to come enjoy. So register. So you have to go to Mindfully with Tumishe on Instagram, and the details are there. Yes, Mindfully with Tumishe on Instagram. Details are there. Yes, it is ticket, and then of course we're selling T-shirts just for women. If you want to support your men, so
So the details of the T-shirt also is on Mindfully with Tumishe
on Instagram.
On Instagram. Okay. What else do I want to ask you first? Let me wait. Just
before you open the line.
Yes. Before I open the line. So it's on the 23rd of November.
Yes.
That is next month.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 weeks.
Okay. And the time? What time is it?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
No. African time. The first 20, okay, let me even put it out there. The first 20 people will come early. Is it 20 or 10? 20, before my team has my head. But, well, if it's 20, I'm going to have to pay. But the first 20 people will get vouchers to go get a mani-pedi. So.
Okay, so I'll come early.
It
doesn't matter. No. Maybe you said everybody.
It's only ma.
It's only ma. I don't like these restrictions. So.
Yeah, your own is coming in March, but this one is for man. Only men.
Okay.
Dele, I'm sorry, but only
men. No problem. It's okay. All right, so you can put your calls through 0809-9120-777 and 0915-387-7127 if you'd like to ask my guests, Oluwatumishe Oladapokuku, a question, any question at all concerning all that we have talked about today, or you want to have a time when you can, how do I put this now? Book a time for a session with her.
Yeah.
You can call now if you have any question for Tumiche. Okay, so the registration link is also on Mindfully with Tumiche.
Yes.
So this is basically a retreat for men.
For men.
For men. So women can encourage their men.
Day retreat and a
Okay.
conference for men only. A place for them to just come get in touch with your inner child. You will be painting, you will be playing games, you will be talking, you will be bonding, you will be networking. And of course, like I said, we have a psychiatrist coming to speak with us, Dr. Gbenga Koka. We have Paul Fadumo, who's going to share his stories. And of course, we have Ola Daudu, who's a life coach who specializes in teenage and adolescent mental health.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, for men,
there's going to be guided meditation, and we're going to teach you how to also journal. There are journals. Yes, you're going to get journals.
Okay.
We're giving journals, and then you're going to on there we're going to teach you how to journal.
Okay.
Yeah, we give journal prompts and all that. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a full day of retreat.
Beautiful. So for people,
And you're going to eat.
You're going to eat. Okay, so that's like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned right now. Now, one quick question while we're waiting for the calls. One quick question: why do you think men in particular do not like to talk openly about their struggles, whether they are young men, teenagers, adolescents? Why do you think men find it difficult
Because we have
to talk
conditioned
about
them
their
not to.
Because
we have conditioned them not to.
Okay.
We've conditioned them not to.
They should toughen up.
Okay, can we do a simple whatever now? If a boy falls down here, what will happen? If a girl child falls down, you have inadvertently told that boy child the feelings don't matter. Yeah. Yes, we are the weaker vessel, and I'm being accused of thinking like a man. It's okay, I'm fine. I was raised as a man, but that is the major concern. And even with men, I've had conversation. If you listen to the podcast, I've spoken with men over like 22 episodes now, just speaking with men.
Okay.
And they say even between them, when they go to speak with one another, guy, well, it's okay. All of us are going through it, and then they go do their thing, go to the, and it's okay. So long as your drinking is not because you want to go, you are running away.
Okay.
From facing the emotions. Decide. If it's joy, okay. If it's play, it's okay. If it's that you guys, that's where you can connect, it's fine. But if it is now used as a tool to run away from emotion, then that's the problem, isn't it? So we have conditioned men not to feel, and then we not get married to men, or we not in relationships with men. We're like, this man is not romantic. This man is not feeling. How now? What exactly do we want from them? When we told them, ask lately if a woman that is brave right now, put your calls through and tell me exactly how you feel if your husband began to cry. If your partner, your significant other, who is male, begins to cry and is saying, right now I don't know how I'm going to get out of this rabbit hole. The first thing, conditioning is like, however, we should be able to create a space for them to be able to say, right now, as of this moment, I cannot think of a way out. So let me be. And not, do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A man, yes, is supposed to be the leader, the provider, and all that, and I get all that.
Okay.
But the reason the woman or the society is there is to help them, help men to get in touch with that effeminate side of them that is feelings.
Okay.
So that then they'll be able to navigate the logic better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. A question for you.
Yes, please.
Tumiche, thank you for this educative program or retreat. Is there any age limit for the retreats? It's from Ajiro Barmoruf.
Ajiro Barmoruf, no. 18 to, well, the registration so far, we've had 55-year-olds register. So, but I'll keep it to 18, which is our legal adult age.
Yes.
18 to 55 is fine.
Okay.
And of course, we're looking for volunteers too. So again, details at Mindfully with Tumishe, or you could just DM me at Tumishe Okuku if you need. Especially, we're still looking for volunteers in partnership. Because of course, I want us to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You will not see me. Let me shock you first. You will see me at the end, and about you know. So you know that
it's a male
yes.
retreat. So.
I'm championing it, and I'm not ashamed to do that. Or I have no apologies for that. But it is primarily a place for men to just come be. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can reach out to me.
I have another. Okay. When is the closing date for registration?
The day of the event. Yeah, I'm trying to. The day of the event is the final.
What? There's a link on Mindfully with Tumishe on Instagram.
Yes,
for
a seller
registration.
link for registration.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a seller link there. Yeah, there's a link there for registration. Again, if anything is not clear, just reach out to me via DM. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we have to go. We really have to go.
I have a word though.
Yes.
No worries, not love yourself, love your neighbor. I would still say that.
I know you used to say that.
But the greatest gift you can give your child is the healed version of yourself. I have heard men say that they would die for their family. But I've rarely heard men say, I want to heal or live for my family, or I want to be healthy for my family. So this is a time for you to be healthy for your family. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your country. Above all of this, love God. Should I say my name?
Yes.
I am Uluwatumishi Oladapo Kuku. Thanks, Ali.
Thank you so much, Tumishe, for being on the program today. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been
Did
fun.
you get used to it eventually?
With what?
You interviewed me.
You know, I did.
I know, yeah.
I did. But it was fun. It was fun. It helped me also. How do I put this now? Remember my mental health and SUD trainings.
Yes,
as well.
I was going to say that we are in this together now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
yeah.
We'll work together, no problem, because it's something that needs to be done. It's something that needs to be done. Again, thank you so much for being on the program.
My pleasure.
All
My
right.
pleasure.
So don't forget, Mindfully with Tumishe on Instagram. You can go there to get as much information as you want. You can also send her a DM so she can answer all of your questions that you didn't have the time to ask on the program. My name is Dele Agadumo. Big thanks goes to Victor Terry, executive producer. It's been Tayo Akonle.